The number one thing that matters in game is volume. Okay. Volume of approaches. Okay. So this is the only way you're going to get good with girls. All right. You have to have volume. There is no ands, ifs, or buts about this. Okay. So you have to be consistently looking at your dating problem as if it's something you have to solve. It is a problem to solve. Okay. And the only way you're going to do this is by interacting with women. Okay. So when you have this volume of approaches here, right, you're going to have to understand that everything is typically a funnel. Okay. You're not going to get good with girls if you do not put in volume. Okay. It's just like the gym, right? If you want to efficiently stimulate muscles and muscle growth, right? You need to be doing 10 sets per muscle group per week, ideally. That's the best way to stimulate muscle growth. It is all about volume. Okay. Everything in life is all about volume, repetition, and getting in the reps. Okay. You got to get in where you could fit in. All right. So the volume of approaches, let's just say we're going to do very, very simple math here. Okay. Let's just say you're an average guy. We say from what we've collected on our end of data, okay, if you're an average guy with pretty much no game, you're going to do, if you do cold approach or, online dating or whatever the case may be, if you're a beginner, you're trying to figure this out, you're typically going to go 1 for 150 approaches. Okay. This is just, if we're just using, honestly speaking, if we're just using cold approach, for every 150 girls you approach and give a shot at, one is going to give you the time of day. That's if you're a very, very, very low level beginner and you have no skill sets. All right. That's typically is going to happen. So from the 150 girls that you approach, right, out of those girls, I would say probably 10% will actually give you their contact details. So now you have 15 contacts, right? And then out of that, these 15 contacts, I would say about 33% approximately, you'll get 5 dates. Okay. And out of those 5 dates, you will typically get, again, this is beginner numbers, okay? You're going to get one sex. Okay. You get one sex. And then from there, after you have her in the sex, then you have to put her in the vetting process, which almost no man vets their woman because they're too hard up for pussy. They have no self-respect. They'll just pretty much take anything they can get. Okay. This is where most guys fail because this is what they'll do. They'll go do one approach and then they'll get on some forum and write like a 19-page write-up, all right, of their field report on how they got rejected. All right. Or they'll just make the whole thing up a lie. But this right here is why the majority of you guys fail. Right? In the chat right now, I want you to go ahead and put how many approaches have you done in the last month? 30 seconds on the clock. Go. How many approaches have you done in the last month? Let's see. Aaron says none. Clock at 8.5. Crypto Hypno 3. Really? Mr. Misanthrope 9. Wild Killer. Wild One 0. Rafferty 15. Let's see. Chalino Ayanami 4. Ralph 1. Code G Money 1. Illuminati 9. 2. And I work with over 75 women. Oh, that's okay. 0. 50 plus. My city has no sets. What, you live in a fucking monastery? None. I got cheated on and taking a break, but practice and hit about 50 per month. Lit. Sweet. Okay. In a relationship, so 0 outside of common hellos. That's good. Don't cheat. Okay. And oh boy, live in rural Canada. Get out. 10. Okay. So, all right. And then you guys know, based upon, those relative small numbers, unless you're an extremely high level guy, your game, those are all pretty much rookie numbers, except for one person who put 50 plus. But he's experienced. He has experience in the game. Okay. So volume of approaches is this. Okay. That's this. So let's talk about this. All right. Volume of approaches. A lot of you guys, let me tell you something. Okay. When you guys say to me, MLD, I need a good opener. I need a good opener. All you're saying to me is like, hey, can you tell me something that would make me seem like I'm good enough for this woman? Because you don't feel good enough as you are. That is the core issue of what's going on with you. You genuinely don't feel like you're worthy of the girl that's in front of you, or whatever the case may be. Okay. It's very, very, very black and white. Okay. You don't need an opener. All right. All you need to do is say, hey, I saw you over there and I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is XYZ. Stand there. You say it. Okay. If you get rejected, you're just not her type. And then you go back to the lab and figure out, okay, am I too fat? Am I not presenting myself properly? Do I have bad breath? Like, what am I doing? Am I doing everything within my control to present myself as best as possible? And then from there, it's really not your fault. She could be the chick, her fucking dog could have just died. She doesn't want to talk to anybody. She could be in a relationship. She could be chasing after some toxic dude and feeling like, I just don't want to deal with any guys. I would say when you get rejected by a chick, more so, it's probably more something going on with her than it is with you. But that's if you've done the work on yourself, if you look presentable, okay, if you have good social skills, you don't walk up to her and you're like tweaking out and like, oh, I'm so terrified, I'm paralyzed, this and that. That is really the thing that is like so overblown with guys, is they think that they need this approach. They need, the perfect line. Women are not like algorithms where you just say something and then you're like, okay, if I just say X, Y, and Z, it's going to these girls are not like the fucking Winter Soldier. If you say like 12 secret words and they're like, okay, ready to comply. Okay. It doesn't work like that at all. They're human beings and everybody has likes, everybody has dislikes, but your goal and your mission as a man is you have to do the approach. Okay. If you feel, wow, that girl is attractive, I think she's gorgeous, but you don't approach her, the only person that you're shortchanging is yourself and your development, because all you're doing is rationalizing not taking action to going for something that you want. Okay. When you are in a situation like that, let's see a beautiful girl. Let's talk about that. Okay. See a beautiful girl. And then you think to yourself, oh man, she's so beautiful. 99% of guys immediately like, oh, but they start rejecting themselves. Oh, but she wouldn't like me because I'm 5'10". She wouldn't like me because I'm, Indian, or she wouldn't like me because of this and that and that. The reality is you don't even know this person. You're just so caught up in your, quite frankly, below average inner game that you're just rejecting yourself right off bat. And you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't reject yourself. You shouldn't reject yourself at all. You have to take the shot. And this kind of bleeds over into other parts of your life. You can just start saying like, oh, I want to start this business, but the market is saturated. Oh, they would never like me, or this business idea would never work. You know, you're getting into a bad place negatively when you start trapping yourself with bad inner game thoughts and bad things in your mind that are sabotaging you. You're going to start sabotaging yourself because you start rationalizing why you're not good enough to get what you want. Okay. I want you to write that down if you're paying attention at home. Put up notes in your phone, whatever. When you see a beautiful girl and you don't approach her, all you're doing is conditioning yourself to rationalize not going for what you want. Is that what you want to do in your life? You really want to rationalize not going for what you want? I see so many guys rejecting themselves for no reason. Like, oh, that girl would never like me. Oh, that girl, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not tall enough, I'm not jacked enough, I'm not white enough. If you're in Miami, I'm not black enough. Like whatever the case may be, you just sit there, you reject yourself. And it's detrimental to you. It's detrimental to your self-development. And you start to create a life that is like a prison. You start to enslave yourself to something you hate. You have to make the approach. Dude, girls are not getting approached these days. Okay? And no, she's not going to fucking me too you. She's not coming after your fucking $40,000, $50,000, $70,000, $100,000 a year job. She's not coming for you. She's not like most women like that are not predators like that. The only ones you see are the ones in the news cycle that they put out there to put fear in your heart. Okay. It's not like that, bro. You're really not that important. And you're just shortchanging yourself. Okay. You are just shortchanging yourself.